Hello, good evening to you and welcome to the business news here on News360. My name is Alfred Akanse. Let's go into our first story this evening. And a financial analyst, Doris Ahiati, has refuted claims that government indebtedness to bulk distribution companies has the potential of collapsing the banking industry. This follows fears by some commercial banks that about 2 billion cedis debt owed BDCs by the government could have dire consequences on the operations if not paid on time.
Government owes in excess of some 2 billion cedis in debts to bulk distribution companies as a result of large quantities of oil delivered over the years. The debts have come about due to subsidies on petroleum products by government to cushion consumers. In 2016, government paid over 600 million cedis, that's representing a fraction of the amount owed, with a promise to pay the rest in due course. Managing Director of Fidelity Bank, Edward Efa, recently said that debt owed by BDCs is one of the biggest threats to the growth of the financial sector this year. But Vice President and Head of Research at Data Bank Brokerage, Doris Ahiati, said, considering the capitalization of the banking industry, it is impossible to see a collapse.
Ghana's banking industry is quite adequately capitalized. We have a capitalization in excess of 17%, but they usually recommend that you keep it around 13%. And if again you look at the proportion of banking assets which is attributable to the oil sector, where this particular 2 billion may belong to, it's 16%. So the total lending to oil and gas and energy is just about 16% of the industry. And so we don't see this as causing any significant distress at all.
She, however, believes the amount, when paid, will bring some stability and sanity to the books of the commercial banks.
The banks that listed in the top and the mid-tier category would have an improvement, some recovery in their loan books. It may come in as a bit of profit where it may have been written off. And so that would give them some relief. When it comes in, I don't see those funds flowing to new clients because already we've seen a lot of banks in the industry taking a posture of maintaining their asset size. So they are not lending out, the loan book is being maintained.
Our government says it was unable to sustain the Youth in Agriculture program because it could not recover credits extended to people in terms of inputs. Our Deputy Agric Minister, Dr. Ahmed Yakubu Al-Hassan, said the public purse alone cannot sustain investments that will generate employment for the youth.
The Youth in Agriculture program was part of several interventions to attract the youth into agriculture. It was introduced by the Ministry of Food and Agriculture to facilitate the interest of youth into mainstream agricultural activities and businesses. The Deputy Sector Minister, speaking at the Forum to Dialogue Youth Inclusive in Agriculture, said the program from 2009 to 2012 catered for 250,000 youth. He regretted sustaining the scheme became a challenge for government.
Sustaining the investments over time, of course, was a challenge because I was coming from national budgets. And what even aggravated the situation was the low recovery of the credits that was extended to people in terms of inputs. And so the program became dormant in subsequent years, even though training and other supports were being offered to young farmers.
He called for private involvement in positioning agriculture to look attractive.
This point and the challenges thereof is a clear indication that the public purse alone is not in a position to sustain investment that will generate employment. But I believe that private investment in agriculture would even generate more jobs.
African Youth Network for Agricultural Transformation, organizers of the forum, is also proposing a system to mentor new and existing agribusiness ideas.
Grain dealers at the Abuabo market at Tamale in the northern region have taken over part of the principal streets leading to the business center of the metropolis to transact business. Ivatiboka reports traders offload and sell their wares on the streets, claiming the Metropolitan Assembly has blocked entries to the market.
This picture reflects Abuabo at 7 a.m. Construction and rehabilitation works are underway to add more stores and a lorry terminal. Over 50 trucks loaded with foodstuff arrive at the Aboabo market ahead of the market day to offload. Active trading is conducted on half of the main streets. Fruits and vegetables traders have taken over the median, while the grain dealers are trading on the main Aboabo market streets. The traders explained they had resorted to trading on the streets because the main entrance to the market had been blocked.
We have only one entrance entering the markets, and they have blocked it that they are going to construct it. So you should have to find a way for us to enter. They didn't. They blocked the road. If you are going to develop, you are not going to spoil someone's work and you are repairing someone's work.
They allege spending more offloading their wares than before.
We were paying 80 pesos. One truck pull it to market to 2 cedis per bag. You know, it's a lot of cost. Right now, the rent can come now. We don't have anything to cover the goods. When the rent beat it to spoil.
The traders claimed the Metropolitan Assembly did not inform them to adjust to the situation.
The contractor did not engage us. He only came and told those people at the lorry park side that they should move. But those of us in charge of the market, he didn't come to us discussing with us.
But the contractor and Metropolitan officials say they duly informed them.
They are aware because there was a consultative meeting. All stakeholders were brought on board at the time that this market, this lorry park was being started. And like we see now, we find that a lot of the market women are relocated to the main road. You see that along the road and in pavements, a lot of them are there. Some were also relocated to the Picona area.
The Metropolitan Assembly and the contractors, however, say work will be completed soon to allow the traders access to their stores.
All right, so that's it for business this evening.